used to take life, he didn't take life seriously.
In last அப்பா கிட்ட என்ன பேசுனீங்க, ஏதாவது ஞாபகம் இருக்கா?
That night on the phone he said,
இப்போது புதிய அறிமுகம் ஆச்சி ஹோட்டல் சாம்பார் மற்றும் ஆச்சி இடிச்ச சாம்பார் 50 கிராம் ரூபாய் 20 மட்டுமே.
SA College of Arts and Science. For admissions, please visit sacas.ac.in.
I love Sivalaperi Pandi and Meendum Oru Kadal Kadai. That movie really showcased my father's talent for writing. Sivalaperi Pandi I actually like because I like that tribal girl and puts it in the medicine and puts it Yeah, diabetes, he always had diabetes, but he was never bedridden or anything.
You were not with him, no, at that time?
No, I was with my mom, but early morning I ran and he looked like he was sleeping. In fact, he actually had a slight smile on his face.
In last அப்பா கிட்ட என்ன பேசுனீங்க, ஏதாவது ஞாபகம் இருக்கா?
That night on the phone he said, I love you the most in the world, and I said, I love you too. I actually have a huge photo of him with an expression like that.
Single child இல்லையா வீட்டுக்கு?
Yeah, it's only me.
Yeah, it's only
the
you.
devil's spawn. Yeah, it's very hard but I don't have a sibling or as much as they try to, I think my mom comes closest to understanding it. If anyone tells you that it's easy and it gets better with time, that's the worst. I hate that line. It's not like someone's just gone and living somewhere else or something like that. The person doesn't exist anymore. Not bad. That was his favorite word. Not bad.
Okay. நீங்க இந்த ஃபீல்ட் சூஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அப்பா ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டா சொன்ன ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன? கூடாது.
Never compromise yourself. Even though they were separated, but that's because they were best friends. They knew what each one needed. He used to take life. He didn't take life seriously.
ஹலோ Behindwoods viewers, இந்த பக்கம் விஜய் மங்கை, எனக்கு அந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறது ஒரு கிரேட் லெஜெண்டரி ஆக்டர் பிரதாப் போத்தன் சரோட டாட்டர் கேயா போத்தன். உங்களுக்கு எந்த வயசுல அப்பா ஒரு பெரிய ஆக்டர் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் அப்படின்னு தெரிய வந்தது?
I actually have a very funny story. I don't remember the movie, but he was there was some fight scenes or something and he would lose. So I remember I called him up and I'm like, why do you keep losing all the fights? I thought it was real, like, you know. Okay. It was like a real thing. So I was like, what, maybe first grade or something, or second grade. Why do you keep losing all the fights? Does it hurt? And he'd just laugh. I think they still talk about that at home, like my family, about how naive I was. Yeah.
Okay. So அப்பாவோட எந்த படம் உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கும்?
I love Sivalaperi Pandi.
Okay.
And Meendum Oru Kadal Kadai. Meendum Oru Kadal Kadai is because that movie really showcased my father's talent for writing. I mean, he is such a romantic and he loved, like he's a huge heart basically. Okay, that was who he was. Sivalaperi Pandi I actually like because I like that tribal girl, and there's just one scene in that movie I love that still sticks with me. So when she takes a plait and she puts it in the medicine and puts it I loved it. I think that's so cute.
Nice, no?
Yeah.
ஸோ அப்பா வந்து அந்த பாஸ்ட் அவே ஆன அந்த டைமில் வந்துட்டு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் போச்சு. பட் ஸ்டில் ஐ ஜஸ்ட் வாண்ட் டு கிளியர் வித் யூ, அப்பா பெட்ரிடனாக இருந்தாரா இல்லை அவருக்கு ஹெல்த் இஷ்யூஸ் ஏதாவது?
He was fine.
Okay.
It's just life. I think it was his time really, because he was good. He had diabetes. He always had diabetes, but he was never bedridden or anything. In fact, he had a shoot coming up for some movie.
You were not with him, no, at that time?
No, I was with my mom, but early morning I ran there. And he looked like he was sleeping. In fact, he actually had a slight smile on his face. It was a little hard to believe.
Okay. In last அப்பா கிட்ட என்ன பேசுனீங்க, ஏதாவது ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? லாஸ்ட் அப்பா கிட்ட பேசின விஷயம்?
I spoke to him that night. I was supposed to go that day and spend the weekend with him. That night on the phone, he said, I love you the most in the world. And I said, I love you too.
இந்த ஒரு பொருள் வந்துட்டு அப்பா ஞாபகமா என்கிட்ட இருக்குது, அதை பார்த்தா எனக்கு அவர் ஞாபகம் வரும், ஏதாவது ஒரு thing.
I actually have a huge photo of him with an expression like that. So as soon as I wake up, I see his face. It's on my mantle in my bedroom. So as soon as I wake up, I look at it. It's like, how can I be depressed right now? I have this book called 100 Years of Solitude. Basically, I have this book called 100 Years of Solitude, and it was his favorite book
ஓகே
in the whole world.
ஓகே நைஸ். நீங்க சிங்கிள் சைல்டு இல்லையா வீட்டுக்கு?
Yeah, it's only me.
Yeah, it's only
The
you.
devil's spawn.
டைம் வந்துட்டு கூட யாராவது இருந்திருக்கலாமே அப்படின்னு தோணும். பட் இந்த ஒரு கிரீஃப் பீரியடை வந்து நீங்க ஓவர் கம் பண்ணும்போது தனியா எப்படியெல்லாம் அதை ஓவர் கம் பண்ணீங்க?
Wow, the fact that you asked that question is something I even thought about. Yeah, it's very hard because as his daughter, I love him in a certain way. But I don't have a sibling or, of course, I have a support system, but nobody will ever understand what I'm trying to say or what I'm going through, because no one else was his child either. So that bond I had, no one, as much as they try to, I think my mom comes closest to understanding it. But if anyone tells you that it's easy and it gets better with time, that's the worst. I hate that line. It's not like someone's just gone and living somewhere else or something like that. The person doesn't exist anymore.
நீங்க சொல்றதை எனக்கு கேட்டா வந்துட்டு still now you're trying to overcome that, no?
100%. It's going to be 2 years on July 15th. Doesn't feel like it. I still feel like it just happened yesterday. Sometimes it's like I can't believe it. It's like I'm about to pick up the phone and then I'm like, oh.
ஆஃபர் பண்ணிருக்காங்களா இந்த படத்துலயாவது வாய்ப்பு?
Actually, my father kept me away. Father and mother collectively kept me away from the film industry for a reason, because they didn't want it to go to my head. Also, my dad believes everyone works hard to achieve their own goals. What he is and where he is today, I didn't do anything that got him there. So he didn't want me to think that I'm some great person because he's great, you know. So, and you know, when it's show business, it's hard. Show business is hard. So it has to really be something that you really want, you know. So I really, it wasn't something that was like pushed on me or like you should do whatever. It was me realizing I loved. I did a lot of theater in school and stuff like that. Okay. So it was me realizing, and I think when I was 18 is when there was the first article about me, my existence, like about who I am and all of that, with him in a magazine. I think it was in Mathrubhumi, I'm not sure. It was in a magazine. But getting into acting, no, I don't think it was something that was on the card. Plus, I loved singing and performing, so.
ஓகே, அப்பா உங்களுக்கு இந்த கெரியர்ல எவ்வளவு சப்போர்ட்டா இருந்திருக்காரு?
Very supportive. But also, he is my biggest critic and he was my biggest supporter. Like, if I suck, he'll tell me, yo, you suck. You better practice.
So it's not a father like நீங்க என்ன பண்ணாலும் வந்துட்டு it's nice cool அப்படி சொல்ற father இல்ல.
No, because you need to understand, he's been in show business. He's always explained to me how fame is a constant rolling motion. It's not even important. If you're chasing fame, you've already lost. He always believed that you need to be really good at what you do. You can't just because you have some openings, or I am your father, like someone will do some favor, and you have to really be good at what you do, because then you'll feel good about yourself as well. So they believed in always speaking the truth, like telling you, like, yeah, this sucks. Not bad. That was his favorite word. Not bad.
Oh, okay.
Like, thank you.
That is the maximum appreciation from him, no?
He was like, he was just taken back because he didn't know, like, he thought it's maybe this is just another like phase of mine or whatever, because I'm a very creative person.
Great. And the majority of the star kids பாத்தீங்கன்னா into acting or business அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அவங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டு சப்போர்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு இனிஷியல் ஸ்டேஜஸ்ல அவங்க ஃபாதரா தான் இருந்திருப்பாங்க, ஒரு அவங்க மதர் ஃப்ரம் எங்க இருந்து அவங்களுக்கு அந்த ஸ்டார் கிட் ஃபேமஸ். பட் நீங்க அப்பா கிட்ட இருந்து ஏதாவது சப்போர்ட் வாங்கியிருக்கீங்களா?
Support was always emotional, grounding, and pushing me to be the best at what I choose to do.
நீங்க ஒரு இண்டிபெண்டன்ட் மியூசிக் ஆர்டிஸ்ட் இல்லையா?
Yes.
From which age, எந்த வயசுல இருந்து கரெக்டா நீங்க இதுல தான் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்குன்னு வந்தீங்க?
I mean, from when I was a kid, I used to, like, every Sunday for my mom and dad, I would perform for them. Like, I would dress up and then I would dance or something and sing. Then I begged my dad to get me a handy cam.
Okay.
A video camera, and it's like a small little portable thing. And by then YouTube had started on the internet, and YouTube had YouTube karaoke, so you used to get the instrumental tracks of songs. I would like sing Rihanna and stuff like that. Filming myself. And that's where it started. I think they knew, but
Okay, நீங்க இந்த ஃபீல்டு சூஸ் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் அப்பா ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டா சொன்ன ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன? ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டா யூ ஷுட் நாட் டூ திஸ் அப்படின்னு ஏதாவது ஒன்று ஒரு அட்வைஸா கூட இருக்கலாம். பட் ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட்டா இதை நீ பண்ணவே கூடாது.
never compromise yourself.
ஓகே.
That was a given. Never compromise yourself, your morals or your values. Nothing is worth that. Every time I like to irritate him also. So if he's sitting on the computer, I'd be like, I want to use the computer. So then first he would be like, okay, fine. Because I was the light of his life. I can't deny that, okay. He loved me. He's never yelled at me, never raised his voice. Everything, he always believed you can say things in with kindness, you know.
Sweet father.
Yeah, very.
So these are the things you always do to irritate him, no?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll like blast music. I would like, when we're going in the car and all, I'd play Britney Spears or something. And he's an old school music guy, but he loves rock and roll and stuff. So then to be playing pop was like, so he'd be like, what is this rubbish you're listening to? Hit me baby one more time. What is he saying? Listen to the Beatles. Look at those lyrics. Those are lyrics. That's the kind. So I would like blast it in the car, and he'd get so irritated.
ஸோ அப்பா நல்ல ரொமான்டிக்காக வந்து ஸ்டோரியெல்லாம் எழுதியிருக்காரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. அப்பா அண்ட் அம்மா அவங்களோட லவ்லாம் நீங்கள் பார்த்து வாட் லவ் அப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க?
Yeah, it's like a movie. Yeah. Even though they were separated, but that's because they were best friends. They knew what each one needed.
So it's very tough to win with your father?
Because he used to take life. He didn't take life seriously, and when you're a teenager growing up, suddenly everything is the biggest problem in the world, no? If I like, for example, I want to go to Goa with my friends, but obviously I can't if I'm too young. I can't be going to Goa at 17 alone, right? That's ridiculous. Shivaji Ganeshan was very close to my family. I used to spend a lot of time with him, and his son Ramu uncle is still a huge support for me, like really big support for me, especially these 80s stars. What wonderful human beings, like such nice people, so warm, so loving, so real.
பட் உங்களுக்கு ஐடியா இல்லையா தமிழ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் வந்து மியூசிக் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ட்டு?
I've done with Afro and Asal Kolar. I don't know if you know Asal Kolar. You know Afro. One of the recent songs that actually became a huge hit. It's called Amakalam, the Asal Kolar. I've done that. Then initially when Asal Kolar and like they were launching, they had one song called Asal Mob. So I'm singing backing in that as
collaborating
well.
with him.
Yeah, I'm more indie artist. Not to say I wouldn't like singing for movies, but it has to be. My voice is very different, so it has to fit the right this thing.
இப்போது புதிய அறிமுகம் ஆச்சி ஹோட்டல் சாம்பார் மற்றும் ஆச்சி இடிச்ச சாம்பார் 50 கிராம் ரூபாய் 20 மட்டுமே.
SA College of Arts and Science. For admissions, please visit sacas.ac.in.